In this lecture, we're going to learn how to go from this to this to this. So, in today's lecture, we are going to draw a character starting from a very simple shape and then discovering who this character is. And we are going to draw a little elephant, and we are going to start from a sphere. I'm using a blue pencil because when you draw with blue pencil, you allow yourself to do this kind of lines. The sketchier you do from the beginning, the better it gets. You see how I'm forming a circle very easily. So this elephant, I'm deciding that is going to walk on a wire like a circus elephant. So for that, the easiest way to do that is to draw a stick figure. Everyone knows how to draw a stick figure. So let's do a stick figure for this elephant. So I'm going to draw the spine. It is curved and the elephant is leaning forward. You can try to lean forward to see what kind of pose do you get. After a while, you kind of get this in your own backbone and you know exactly how to draw. But in the beginning, it can feel weird, it can feel forced. Don't worry about it. So here are the hips, here are the shoulders. One arm of the elephant is going to balance him upwards, and you're going to put, maybe if you want, some small spheres to know, okay, here are the shoulders and here are the hips where the legs are attached, and here is the other arm that is balancing the elephant. And now one leg will be up, will be down on the wire, and one leg will be in the air. That's all you need to have to make a good cartoony character. So let's put the wire as well. It's going to be here, and the way, and on the top where the elephant is touching the wire, it's going to sink down and it's going to continue on both sides like that. That's all you need. So now let's start drawing. First, we want to see where is the elephant's face. Where is he looking? And because we see the body is leaning this way, the face is going to be maybe over here, and this line is splitting the face of the elephant on both sides. So we see that this face is turned a little bit this way. So let's find where the nose or the trunk is going to be. So we draw another line, and this is going to define where the trunk is gonna be, here on this point. And here we can also place the eyes on both sides of this line. Now, because we see more of this part, this eye is going to be larger, and as the perspective works here, this eye gets more squashed and farther and smaller than this eye. This perspective changes. So let's do the elephant looking down like that. And now let's draw the trunk. How do you want to draw the trunk? It's going to, maybe you can do just a line here as well, and a sphere over here, and then just connect this sphere with this sphere. And here is the trunk. Later on, when we draw with the black pencil, all these messy lines is not going to be seen. So let's make the elephant smiling. So, and now let's shade the eye and the pupil so we have more life in our elephant, some eyebrows. Now let's design the body. So for the body, we are going to do another sphere. And you see, when you have the blue pencil, You say, well, I can just mess it up. Please do mess it up. That's how you learn how to draw. So here we are going to define as well where the belly button is. We're going to make a line here, and here's going to be the belly button. Why is it important? It is important because we know where the body is facing. Because, you know, the face and the body, they're not stuck together. They can move in different directions. So now let's do the legs. And we just make another line, a thicker line, so we don't have a skeleton elephant. And this is one of the elephant's leg. And we're going to do a really simple character and just round it up like that here. And this leg is behind the elephant. So this leg here will be towards us. And we are going to do the same thing here. Just draw one another line on each part of this stick figure, not sticky figure, it's a stick figure. All right, everybody knows that, right? So now let's do the arms, and we are balancing as we are spreading our arms. So we are going to do just one line on each side of the stick figure, and here another one on each side of the stick figure, and ta-da! We have our elephant. Well, I think we've forgotten something. The ears. You cannot have elephant without large elephant ears, right? So they can be, first you can draw them like that, like really simple. You don't have to find any anatomy, anything. One thing you have to know, this ear is going to be visible, but this one is somewhere behind the head here, over here. So we don't see where this ear is attached. We just see a part of it. So we have to imagine how big part of this ear are we seeing on this side. This can be difficult also to measure when you're a beginner. You don't know where is the ear starting. You cannot imagine behind stuff. That's gonna come, don't worry. Just so far, use your feeling, you know, how does it feel right? If it feels right, then it's correct. So we have a messy elephant here. Now I'm going to take a black pencil and I'm going to go over this elephant and discover who this character is, you know, like draw nicer lines, add some more elements. That's how it is done. First you make a mess and then you tidy up, right? I mean, everybody knows that. When you make a mess, you have to tidy it up, but that's how you also learn how to draw. So from here, you can make like some kind of textures on the elephant's nose, you know, they have this, it's a trunk, of course. Here it looks like a nose because it looks more and more human. And that's the thing with cartoony characters. They're basically animals who look like humans. We identify with animals with human emotions. That's why sometimes we prescribe human emotions and feelings to animals that maybe they don't have. And that's how we see the world, basically. So cartoony characters are basically small human animals that we make look like cute children, basically. They look like children, which is even cuter. So we have the eyes, and let's draw nice floppy ears. And you see that now you don't really see so much the blue line. You start seeing the black line, and the character gets even more definition. And now that we start drawing the character's body, let's make him have some clothes. Let's have this little elephant, a little girl that has maybe a little circus dress, a nice circus dress. And even if we don't have color here, you can imagine maybe it's a little pink or blue dress, like electric blue dress, like they have very colorful dresses. And here you can make the dress like these wavy lines that signify wrinkles on the dress, that the dress is not straight, but it has some kind of curvature, some wrinkles. And that's one thing in cartooning, is that you can simplify things a lot, and they will be read as symbols of something. Like this is symbolic dress, you know, you wouldn't do that, you wouldn't see that in real life, but it looks like a curvy dress. So we'll have some kind of costume like that. You can then take that, maybe color it, play with that in Procreate or other programs, or even at home with some watercolor. You can color your elephant. And if you want me to even color things here for you, you can just put a wish in your comments, in my comments of this video, and I can do that. I can add an extra step. And here I'm drawing these nails as if it has some, you know, the elephant has such feet. You can design your design any way you want. You can make fingers, you can make everything. But when you start drawing, you can start drawing with simple things. So you make it easier for you to not give up. Because the most important thing when you are a beginner is to keep on drawing and not giving up. So I hope you're liking it, you like this lecture, and you'll be back for more, so that we can learn drawing together. And you can subscribe and follow any way you want, just to make sure you do not miss another lecture like that. And now let's make a small magic hat. Here, a black little hat, and I'm going to get a pencil which is 8B. This one was a 4B. So the higher the number of the pencils, the softer they are. And what does it mean that they're soft? It means that they make things look darker, that the color is more intense with less pressure. The lower the number, the lighter the pencil is, and you need more pressure to get the lines darker. So if you want, like we want here, a black hat, we use a pencil with higher number, and that makes the head look even darker than the rest of the body. So, like that. And now, maybe we can have a feather here of this our circus actor. Their lights, their everything. So, feather you can also simplify very much, and at some places just break it, like with a small torn triangle, to make it cartoony. Just like that. I mean, that much is enough. Now we can make maybe nicer eyes around the eyes. We can make the character upper lid be darker. Maybe even add some eyelashes for the girl. Fix the eyebrows, and here some eyelashes. It looks even cuter like that. And what else can we do? I think that's pretty much enough. We can shade this part. We can shade this part of the body of the costume, just to signify that this part and this part are two different pieces of clothing. That's it. So, and voila, we have our little cartoony elephant starting from a stick figure. I hope you like it. Come back here for more.